Welcome back to This is Zariana. Those who are seeking to walk in their purpose, stand in their truth, and keep those vibes high, this is your guide to spiritual advancement. So before we really get into it, let's just break down the statement. Don't let external forces ruin your inner peace. And you want to stay tuned to the end of this video because I will give you affirmations that you can say every single day that will help you get into the mindset of not letting external forces ruin your inner peace. So stay tuned to the end. So for me, I know that I'm experiencing inner peace when I am on track to reaching my desires, when I'm living in the mindset of abundance, when I'm living in the now, in the present moment, when I'm not too far ahead thinking in the future, when I'm not too far in the past thinking about things that have already happened, but I'm really living in the present moment and grateful for the now. I'm happy, I'm blissful, I'm just grateful for life. I have an understanding that life just is, and it's all about your perspective. It's about the way that you react in life. I have this sense of balance within me, of harmony, but really, like, most of all, I'm making progress. Like, I have no stagnant energy within me. I'm making progress, I'm moving forward, and I'm just at peace. Inner peace. That's what my inner peace looks like to me, for the most part. Now let's get into what external forces are. External forces is anything that does not come from within. And I chose to make this video today because I really want you guys to understand my mindset that I have right now. How dare I let anything external come in between me and my inner peace? Any external force that does not come within, like, how dare I let that come in between me being in a mindset of abundance, me making progress, me working towards what I'm desiring, my goals, me being happy and joyful and harmony and balance. Like, how dare I let something external that might be petty, that doesn't really matter in like the grand scheme of things, like, why would I let that come into my life, shift my vibrations, disturb my peace, and get me off track? How dare I? Like, why would I do that? Like, I already have so much that I'm working on, obstacles that I'm overcoming, trauma that I'm healing from, breaking generational curses, coming out of old habits that just do not serve me and building new ones. With all that I have going on internally, I just would not allow anything external to come in the way between me and that, because I'm making progress. I'm taking steps forward. I'm working towards being a better version of myself every single day, and external forces has no power over me in that way at all. And with this mindset, it has taken me a very long time to get to this place. I have been on my spiritual journey for some years now, and it has taken me a very long time to get to this place. And even now, I still have my moments, but ultimately my mindset is, no, it's not even acceptable for me to let anything external come and ruin my inner peace, because it has taken me a very long time to find my inner peace. And now that I found it, it's sacred to me and I protect it. And in situations to where if I do, I know how to bounce back, I know how to make a comeback, I know how to fix it. So now that I've shared a little bit from my experience, and you have a better understanding of how my mindset is when it comes to not allowing external forces to get to me, let's now get into how I'm going to help you today reach that mindset of not letting anything external get in the way of you and your inner peace. External forces causing an emotion to arise out from you is normal. It's natural. So let's really get into it. We are human. We're human. It's completely natural to have emotions, to have thoughts, to feel anger, sadness, anxiety, depression. Like, those are completely natural, normal emotions to feel, and they're okay to feel. Just because you feel that emotion, it doesn't mean that you have to further influence it and react upon it. You may be in an incident to where it causes you to be angry. It causes you to feel the emotion of anger. Just because you're feeling that emotion, it doesn't mean that you have to act in that way. It's just an emotion. Like, it's literally just a thing. Something that has helped me take better control over my emotions is literally separating myself from my emotions. Like, this is myself, a force, energy, and this is my emotions, a force, energy. Two completely separate, different forces of life. If it helps, you can kind of look at emotions as just thoughts. Like, thoughts are just things. We have thoughts all throughout the day, and do you act upon every single thought that you have within your head? No, you don't. In the same way, you don't have to act upon every single emotion that you feel. And one thing that you must not do is completely reject that emotion altogether. If you're feeling an emotion, an unwanted emotion such as anger or sadness, it doesn't mean that you have to reject that emotion. It doesn't mean that you have to, like, okay, I'm feeling angry, I don't want to feel that way, so let me just reject it. Let me just suppress that emotion because that's not something that I want to feel right now. By suppressing your emotions, all you're really doing is like creating a friction. It's really not healthy at all to just suppress or reject the emotions that you're feeling, because just because the emotion is unwanted, it doesn't mean that that emotion isn't valid. Whatever happened to you, whatever it's like situation or whatever a person did to you that made you feel that way, you're feeling that way for a reason. And it's okay to feel your feelings because they're natural, they're completely normal. It's okay. Feel it, embrace it, accept that that's the way that you feel. But again, you don't have to further influence that emotion and react to it if that's not something that you want to do. You can avoid allowing external forces to ruin your inner peace, but it's going to take practice. Now, of course, you can get to this mindset. Of course you can. If you work towards it, if you work towards anything, you can achieve anything that you want to do. But it's going to take practice. It's going to take time, energy, and practice for you to get to this mindset. So thankfully, my sister bought me this magazine not too long ago, and I found the perfect exercise that could really help you guys out with understanding that your emotions are, it's just a thing, it's something that you can observe, and it's not something that you always have to react to if you do not want to react in that way. So I want to get right into the exercise for you guys, and all it is 4 easy steps. 4 easy steps that you can start to practice, that you can start applying in your life whenever you come across unwelcome or unwanted emotions. Try this exercise, try it out, because over time you will be able to just be. You will just be able to just have this mindset and not really have to worry about practicing it or your emotions or none of that. It's just going to come natural to you, but you have to practice it. So let's go ahead and get into this exercise. Recognizing your emotions. Acknowledging and accepting all of your emotions, even those you rather suppress, takes effort, but being able to welcome sadness, anxiety, anger, or regret is a vital step of the path to self-love. Only when you recognize your feelings, you can decide whether to change or to influence them. The next time you feel an unwelcome or unwanted emotion, try this exercise. So first, notice. Simply acknowledge what you are feeling, however uncomfortable that may be, without attempting to push it away. Can you give the emotion a name? If so, write it down. So acknowledge what you're feeling. The next time you're in a situation and you come across an emotion that is unwanted, examples can be anger, sadness, anxiety, nervousness, any unwelcome emotion that you come across, just take a minute. Take a minute. Like, notice the shift in your mood, notice the shift in your emotion, and really acknowledge what you are feeling and give the emotion a name. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? What is the word to describe what emotion you are feeling? And if you have trouble with that, that is completely okay. I have another tool that could possibly help you out. It is an emotions wheel. All you have to do is go to Google, type in emotion wheel, and a wheel will pop up. So say if you're feeling sad, going further and analyzing that emotion more and really acknowledging it and noticing it and putting a name to it. Sad, but maybe you're hurt. Maybe you're sad, but you're feeling guilty. And going even further, fragile, isolated, powerless, ashamed. And those are all under the same category of sad. So having this wheel and using it can really help you further analyze and explain what emotion you're feeling and really give a name to what your feeling is. Going into step number 2, accept. Open your mind to the emotion and give yourself permission to feel it. Try not to judge the emotion as good or bad. Simply let it be. So let's go back to our wheel. Say if you're feeling sad and you realize that you actually feel hurt, and you can further explain it by looking at the wheel, and you feel disappointed. Let's say you feel disappointed. So the first step is done, noticing the emotion. We put a name to it. You feel disappointed. Now really give yourself permission to feel it, because it is all right. Like, it is okay to feel your emotions. I promise you, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel angry, because those emotions, they're natural, they're normal. Like I said before, we're humans. We're emotional creatures. Like, it's completely okay. And it's okay for you, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, to really feel that emotion. So give yourself permission to do so. And don't label it as a good or bad emotion. Don't label it or see it as a perspective of, oh, this is a negative emotion, or oh, this is a positive emotion. This is just an emotion that is arising out of you. So let it be. If you're feeling disappointed, just feel that. Feel it in its entirety. Give yourself permission to feel it, because it is okay. Flow through the emotion, vibe through the emotion, grow through the emotion. Whatever you want to use, just give yourself permission to feel it. Step number 3, examine. Now start to view the emotion with curiosity. Is the emotion affecting you physically? Are your shoulders tense or your jaw clenched? Are there different layers to what you are feeling? Jot down any thoughts. So now that you have named the emotion that you are feeling, you have given yourself permission to feel it without viewing it as good or bad. Get curious about it. See and really understand how that emotion is affecting you, not just on an emotional level, but physically. If you're feeling disappointed, maybe your shoulders, you might be slouched down. Your shoulders may be caved in a little bit. Your head might be tilted down. Your eyebrows might have a sad expression on it. Just really get curious with the emotion and how it is influencing you on an emotional level, on a mental level, physically. How are you presenting this emotion? Just really get curious, like the step said, and write it all down. Write it all down. If you don't have a journal or a diary already, please get you one. Please get you one. That will be a whole separate video on this topic, but a journal is needed. You have to be able to write down the things that you're feeling, and especially if you're working towards not allowing external forces to come in between you and your inner peace, you definitely need a journal, because you're going to have to practice and understand your emotions and how you feel them physically, how you feel them emotionally, mentally, and you have to write those things down. You got to get it out. You got to release it. But yes, going back to the third step, view the emotion with curiosity. How is it affecting you physically? Are there many different layers to this emotion that you're feeling? Write it all down. And the fourth and final step, observe. See the emotion for what it is. A feeling that can be observed, recognized, and accepted. Can you let the emotion go? Going back to what I said before, emotions, they're just things. They're just things. They're things that you can look at, accept, analyze, observe. It's just a thing. And now that you have an understanding that it's just a thing, when you're in these situations, can you just let the emotion go? Can you just release it? If it's not serving your greater good, can you let it go? And that's a question that's for you. That is a serious question for you to answer. Can you let it go? So shout out to Breathe magazine for this exercise, because now I am able to share it with you, and it's helping me just further explain emotions and how they're things, they're observable, and how you can really just not let external forces ruin your inner peace. So with all of the knowledge and the wisdom that you now have, and the understanding that here is you and here are your emotions, and emotions are just things that you can observe, ask yourself, is it worth it? The next time you are in a situation and an unwelcomed or unwanted emotion arises out of you, ask yourself, is it worth ruining your inner peace? If you are having a magnificent day, a great day, you're happy, you're working towards your goals, maybe you've been working out consistently or sticking to your diet, you're just making progress in your life, like, ask yourself, is that situation, is that person really worth it? Is that person really worth ruining your inner peace? Think about how challenging it was or how long it took you to get to a place of peace, to get to a place to where you're working towards your goals, to where you're happy with the person that you are, with what you're doing every day. Think about how much effort it took for you to reach that point. And you're gonna let something so silly or something so petty come in between that? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even dare do that. Because for one, no, let me tell you right now, no, it's not worth you ruining your inner peace. And for two, now you have an exercise that can help you practice and get into the mindset of understanding that your emotions are just not something that you have to just react to all of a sudden, that they're just things. They're just almost like thoughts, that you can notice them, accept it, allow yourself to really feel it, and examine it, break it down. How is that emotion making you feel? Observe it, analyze it, and then ask yourself, is it something that you can let go? Can you let it go? And I know I'm saying it like, oh, this is so easy. Like, of course you can do this, you got this. But I understand that this is going to be challenging and it may be very difficult for you to get to this mindset, but it takes practice. From this day forward, from this moment, actually, this moment that you're watching this video forward, whenever you come across a situation that has an unwelcome emotion arise out of you, honestly, do the exercise. Do the exercise. Take your journal or your diary with you and do the exercise, because the more that you do it, it's just gonna really become a natural thing. And like you can eventually get to a point on your spiritual journey to where I am, to where I wouldn't dare let anything external come and ruin my inner peace, because I got a lot going on for myself right now and it took a lot to get here. So how dare I let someone or some event get in the way between me and what I have going on? I wouldn't. But it has taken me some time to get here. And I was saying all that to say it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that it is, because it's going to be challenging. It's going to take time. It's going to take practice. But you can do it. You are capable. You got this. You came across this video for a reason, because you needed this message. And I'm delivering this message here to you today for you to take it and apply it in your life. Since you stayed until the end, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying the video. And let's get right into the affirmations that will help you further get to this mindset of not letting external forces ruin your inner peace. All right, I have 4 affirmations for you guys right here. The first affirmation, I am in complete control of my emotions. I am in complete control of my emotions. Controlling my emotions is easy for me. Controlling my emotions is easy for me. Emotions are natural. I am allowed to feel this way. Emotions are natural. I am allowed to feel this way. I protect my inner peace. I protect my inner peace. Now, I would suggest saying your affirmations every night before you go to bed and every morning before you wake up, but these are your affirmations to do with however you please. However you want to use these affirmations, it's up to you, but they will be very beneficial for you along this journey. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Coco Dumpling and follow me on all of my other social media so you can always stay up to date with this pillow thing right here. And always remember to walk in your purpose, stand in your truth, and keep those vibes high. And I will see you guys in my next Mystical Monday video. Peace.